Hi everyone, welcome to another Snapchat Q&A. First off, I would like to say thank you guys so much for sending in your snaps. I've been getting so many. I've had it open for about an hour. I got so many. This is the most that I've ever gotten, and I just want to say that I really appreciate you guys, and I'm sorry if I don't get to all of your questions. I'm gonna do my best to get through quite a few of them, so I'm gonna try and do this a little quicker than normal because sometimes I get a little distracted and I go off on tangents, so I'm gonna try and get a little bit better at that. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first question I got is from Camo Kid, and he asked, what's the best thing about Palmer? First of all, I'll say there are so many great things about Palmer, but honestly, I love his thinking. I have a love-hate relationship with his mind sometimes, because sometimes he's got so many things on his mind, and then one second he'll say this, and one second he's thinking about the next thing, and he's all over the place. He's kind of a little ADD probably, but his ability to just think outside the box just amazes me. Sometimes he comes out with these things that like I would never ever in a million years have thought of, and it's cool because it makes conversation interesting, and it's always been a great thing about him. I guess it depends. The only time that I hate it, I guess, is when I'm hungry and then I get like, stop, I don't want to think right now or whatever. But yeah, probably his mind. Okay, the next one I have is from Lexi0424. She said, will you do a meetup in the cities on your next road trip? I love you both. First of all, thank you. I love you too. And second, I think we're going to release soon to you guys, not release, but like inform you guys of where we're going to be going on our next road trip, which actually starts July 1st. And if there's enough people and we're in the area, I'm sure that I would love to do that. So I'm sure Palmer would too. Okay, the next question is from Adrian1377, and they asked, did Palmer ever find his phone in the river? No, he did not. Don't follow by his example. Never bring your phone in the water, even if it has a life-proof case. Next one is from MomoMonkey107. They said, where is the place in y'all's road trip that you're most looking forward to? BTW, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I guess one of the places I'm most looking forward to is actually Mount Rushmore. So we're going the northern route. This time we're gonna knock out about 12 more states. So that's gonna be awesome. We've already seen over half because of our last road trip, so this will be awesome. South Dakota, I've always had an interest in it for some reason, and I love history, so I think I'm gonna really love traveling and finally seeing Mount Rushmore because you hear about it. Another stop that I'm really excited about is Chicago. I've actually never been to Chicago. I've stopped there many times as like a layover on flights, but I'm really excited to actually check out the city and spend some time there because that's always been on my list for sure. Jordan Torski123 said, who is your favorite superhero? Also, it's my brother's birthday today. Happy birthday to your brother. And also, who's your favorite superhero? I love superheroes. Oh man, this is difficult for me. I would say either Iron Man or Thor. Okay, someone asked, when you post a picture of you in a bikini on your story, how many people screenshot it? It tends to be a surprising amount, but you'd be surprised how many people, if I put like my feet in a picture of like in the sand or something like that, that's a close second. So actually, it depends on the picture, but I definitely get over 100. So another question, I always get this, is how long have Palmer and I been together? We've been together almost 6 years. Our anniversary is actually in next week. So we're gonna be together 6 years. I get that question a lot, and I get a lot of questions about Palmer, and I do answer them frequently. So if you didn't see your question and you asked one about that, definitely check out my other Snapchat Q&As because I have answered many and I don't want to be too repetitive because then these would just not be interesting for you guys. My username 068 said, do you like going to the beach? Yes, I love the beach. Anonymous person asked, nowadays, how do you ask someone out? It's gotten really confusing and sometimes hanging out is dating and things and stuff. Please help. Because I have dated Palmer for 6 years, he's actually the only one I've dated, so I am not very experienced in asking somebody out or the whole dating thing. I know what makes a good relationship and all of that stuff, but honestly, to ask someone out, in my mind, I know if I was in the position, I would struggle with it just because it takes a lot of guts, but I would just ask them. I don't know, if you hang out a little bit, you know, spend some time together, find out, you know, if you really like each other and if you guys complement each other well, and then just kind of find out the other person's interest and take that into consideration too. Maybe when you're asking asking them out. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't know how to help you much more than that, but when people always ask me a question like this, all I say is, you know what, the worst they could say is no. And if they do say no, then they weren't meant for you anyway. That's kind of how I look at it, and I'm sure that it's hard, and I'm sure that it's so much more difficult actually being in that situation, but I also am a firm believer that things happen for a reason. So if they do say no, then they're not the one for you. But I also believe that there is somebody out there for everybody. So if anything, you should feel happy that you're almost like one step closer to finding that other person, you know? That's a good way to look at it. That's how I always look at those questions. I think that just makes the most sense, and it's a more positive way to look at it. Dev Talbot asks, what are my dogs' names? My two dogs are Molly and Stella. They're both golden retrievers. Okay, I have a question from Austin Aggle 101. He said, what's your favorite part about YouTube? My favorite part about YouTube is establishing a sense of community. So you guys could be from anywhere. You guys could be from all the way across the country or all across the world, but somehow we're connected through this. And I think that's the most amazing thing to me. That's probably my favorite part. If you were allowed 10 minutes in any store with unlimited money, what store would it be and what would you buy? Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question. Probably if I had unlimited money, because I know I would spend the most. Man, I know I'm not good at this. I can never just pick one as my answer. Either Sephora or Nordstrom, probably. I have a question from And the77, and they asked, what is my favorite bikini? Probably by Triangle. I know I have a lot of Victoria's Secret bathing suits and I love them so much, but I just love the designs of the Triangle, and I like that they're affordable designer brand with awesome quality. I love the neoprene material because I think it's really nice how quickly it dries and it just feels very comfy. So either that or Victoria's Secret, obviously, because I have so many of theirs. Lost Bulls 98 asked, what do you do if someone is talking behind your back? I don't like confrontation. I'm definitely not that type of person. However, if I know that someone is talking behind my back, usually, you know, I will confront them. I haven't really had that happen to me. And most of the time, if it does happen, I'm just kind of like, whatever, I don't really care what you think, to be honest. I kind of have that attitude about a lot of people. They can think whatever about me, they can talk whatever about me, but I know who I am and I don't really tend to let it bother me. So I don't know how to pronounce this username, but I got, what age would you get married at? I'm not gonna put an age on it, but when I'm at the point in my life when I said, you know what, I've done what I've wanted to do, I'm at the right point in my life, now I can get married. I get this question a lot because obviously Palmer and I have been together a really long time, so a lot of people are curious, when are we getting married? The answer is, I don't know, to be honest with you. Sorry, I know that doesn't help, and I know that's what you guys don't want to hear, but that's the best thing that I can tell you, because there are so many things that I want to do in my life before I get to that point. And of course I'm excited to think about it. I mean, I'm a typical girl. I've thought about my wedding since I was a little girl, but I will wait until the time is right. Megan asked me a question, and she asked, what is my favorite lipstick? My favorite lipstick are the Kat Von D lipsticks, so either the liquid lipsticks or the cream lipstick. I love those. I think they're really, really, really nice, but my favorite is probably the Urban Decay Super Saturated. It's called High Gloss or something like that. It's kind of a lipstick, kind of a gloss, and it's really, really awesome. I wear that on a daily basis. I love that so much. The next question I got is from Infinity Hope 30. They asked, would you ever want to do an exercise workout video? Yes, I have thought about this for a while. The only reason why I haven't yet is just because for a while I was in school, and then I kind of need someone to help me like record that, but I definitely want to do that. Let me know if you guys want to see that, because I get a lot of questions about my diet and my workouts, so I would really like to share that with you guys at some point in the near future. A Pettit 28 asked, what is your dream car? Being an Italian, I've always wanted a Ferrari. I've always pictured myself convertible, a really nice Ferrari. Love Beaver 15 asks, what do Palmer and I do to keep our relationship strong? Love you. Thank you, I love you too. And also, we keep our relationship strong by just making sure that even though we've been together for 6 years, we have time specifically for ourselves. So we spend a lot of time together, we're always doing something, and it could be whatever, it could be YouTube related, it could be with family, it could be whatever, but we really like to make sure we spend time with just ourselves. The most important thing I've found why our relationship has been so successful is basically because Palmer is my best friend. So I can tell him everything, he can tell me anything, and we have a really good relationship because of that. Alrighty guys, so unfortunately, I know I did not get to all of your questions, but I really appreciate appreciate you guys sending me so many questions. I'm gonna try and, especially with the road trip coming up, we're gonna be on the road, so keep an eye out because I'm definitely gonna keep opening up my Snapchat, and even if it's not in a video, I will respond back to you guys and we can talk a little bit and make it a lot more personal that way. So I really am looking forward to doing that. Also, probably say goodbye to my perfumes because I am packing up. I am leaving this apartment. I'm gonna be gone for a month on the road trip with Palmer, and then when we come back, we are actually moving into a new apartment together in New Haven. So very, very exciting stuff. Actually, my shelves will still be here, so please don't mind the ugly background in my next upcoming videos. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for sending in your questions. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Love you guys. Bye.